I mean, did you go for Amish or Amish came to you? I want to clear this. This is not scripted. Okay. So, start Kori. So, welcome to the very special episode of Bus Talks from Dhubri Bus. Today we have with us the lead cast of Amish, Arghadeep Barua. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So, Arghadeep, basically the thing is that nobody knows about you that you are from Dhubri. So, how do you identify yourself? This is my first question. I'm putting a question in the first place. So, I mean, how would you identify yourself? I mean, like, do you see yourself now as a Dhubrian, or do you think that you are now an established actor after Amish?
So I don't know how to put the question into a single frame, because it's a very broad question. Because acting is a kind of profession, and being Dhubrian is a kind of your identity that you carry as someone. But I somehow feel that যদি আমরা একদম basic level দেখুন, then we are few individuals, right? And we all are মাটির মানুষ, to be really honest. It's just that আমরা কখনো ওই জায়গাটা কিবা নাম দেন, but at the basic level we all belong to the greater world. And yeah, I'm a world citizen, I feel, and I don't believe in political boundaries. But yes, definitely Dhubri or Goripur has a very, very special place in my heart, and I will carry that till the last breath of my life.
Basically, the thing is, you are Dhubri Chawa.
Absolutely.
Because what we do is like, whenever we come across somebody from Dhubri, "Arey, tu Dhubri Chawa nahi." So this is like this, that we are having a Dhubri Chawa with us.
Absolutely.
So I mean, Arghadeep, I want to know that where have you been in Dhubri? I mean, where were you exactly in Dhubri? Where were you born? So can you please tell us?
তোমার জন্ম তো ঝগড়াপাড়া হসপিটালে। তারপরে as far as I know, বা মোক যেমন করে কোয়া হয়েছিল ওইদিন খুব ঝড় হয়েছিল। And on a lighter note, because since আমরা ধুবড়ির মানুষে বসে আছেন, so there has to be some joke and humor to it, no?
There is no serious talk. We are just having a casual talk.
Yeah. So more যখন জন্ম হয়েছিল আমার নাকটা খুব চ্যাপ্টা আছিল। So many people believed, I mean, used to, pull my legs, especially from my family. আমার দিদি ঘর কইছিল যে যখন আমি জন্ম হয়েছিলাম তখন যেহেতু ঝড় আসছিল, কারেন্ট আসছিল, সো এক্সচেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছিল।
আচ্ছা
on a lighter note,
বেবি এক্সচেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে। আচ্ছা।
So yeah, আমি বেসিক্যালি ঝগড়াপাড়াতে আমার জন্ম। আমার ঘর হইল তোর বড়ুয়া পট্টিত, গরিপুরের। and ওইটাই মোর প্রথম তো কিশোর মোর পড়া আমার কি আসলে লিটল ফ্লাওয়ারের আগত আমি আসলাম তো এটা কি আছিল অধিকারী স্যার আছিল, স্কুলটার নাম ভুলে গেলাম রে।
গরিপুর।
হ্যাঁ, গরিপুরতে, আমাকে ভুলে গেলাম। বাট আই হ্যাভ ফাউন্ড মেমোরিজ। তার মানে কি হইল, দাদা পড়ছিল এসপি মিডিয়ামত। হ্যাঁ, তো উমার বাস আসছিল, তো মুই দেখুন দাদা বাসত যে মুই হাঁটি যাং কেমন প্রেমায় কি হবার লাগছে এগুলা। তো তারপরে মোক লিটল ফ্লাওয়ার দিল।
আচ্ছা।
অমন করে লিটল ফ্লাওয়ার দেওয়া। লিটল ফ্লাওয়ার তো আমার প্রিন্সিপাল ম্যাম was an inspiration and still is. Yeah, good memories.
Yeah. So we all carry some good memories from Dhubri. Wherever we go, I mean, আমার সাথে ওটা থাকে আর কি, that we have that thing about Dhubri, that memories আছে. So basically what happens, I mean, like I believe that when someone who belongs to a small town, memories বেশি থাকে। Big city কি হয় বহুত কিছু থাকে, ছোট টাউন অল্প কিছু একটা থাকে। So ওটা নিয়ে we are happy, and I mean we are much satisfied with it. I believe that. This is my personal opinion. So I guess this is the thing with you.
The sense of contentment থাকে, and the kind of nurturing you get in a town like Dhubri বা গৌরীপুর is that you also tend to honor the minutest of things. আর একটা জিনিস মোর খুব বিলিভ করুম যে is that আজিকালির সময় আমরা দেখবার লাগছুম that we are so much after the materialistic things, but I feel when you come from a town like Gauripur বা Dhubri, then you actually realize that there is something beyond the materialistic world. The kind of attachment that you grow with environment, with nature, is very profound.
With family.
Absolutely.
So the thing is that Dhubri, basically Gauripur, you're born and brought up in Gauripur.
Gauripur, Barua.
Gauripur, Barua, yeah. Specifically Barua. Yes. So ওর থেকে কখন শিফট হলো, কুটি শিফট হলো, can we know the story behind it? Can I shift হলো?
So বাবা মোৰ জনসংযোগত কাম কৰিছিল DIPR. So বাবার ট্রান্সফার হইল গুৱাহাটীত. আগতে কি হৈছিল বা এঠে ট্রান্সফার হওয়ার আগত বাবা ধুবড়িতো আছিল, তারপরে মাজতে কোকরাঝাড়তো আছিল, কিন্তু কোকরাঝাড়ত থাকতেও ওই গৌরীপুরের থেকে আসা যাওয়া করছিল। তো গুৱাহাটীত যখন ট্রান্সফার তখন এঠে আসি গেলাম আর বাট
পুরা ফ্যামিলি এডি আসি
পুরা ফ্যামিলি
কাইকে আছে ফ্যামিলি
মা বাবা দাদা আসতে আমার জেঠাও থাকে, জেঠা দাদা তো খুড়াও থাকছিল, খুড়া ডিমাইজের পরে তো আরো বাট মোস্ট অফ আওয়ার ফ্যামিলি হ্যাভ নাও শিফটেড টু গুৱাহাটী। কয়েকজন ধর আমার এরা মোর পিসি এলা কলকাতাত থাকে, ইনফ্যাক্ট পিসি তোর ধুবড়ি মিউজিয়ামের হেডও আছিল।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
তারপরে মনে আরো
সো ধুবড়িতে আরো সবাই আসলেন গৌরীপুরত, দেন ইউ অল শিফটেড।
এলা মোখানে একজন পিসি থাকে আর দিদি আছে, আর বাকি ঘর তো আছেই
গৌরীপুরত
আছেই।
So do you
greater relatives are there?
Do you visit Gauripur frequently or sometimes?
So এলা ওই ফ্রিকোয়েন্সিটা নাই আগর যেমন আছিল। ইনফ্যাক্ট ইনিশিয়ালি যখন এটা আসছিল তখনও there was frequent আসা যাওয়া চলছিল। এলা খালি এটা একটু কমছে, বাট সিন্স কমছে তুমি ভাবুন টানটা আরো বেশি বাড়ি গেছে। সো যারা তো আরম্ভ আমরা কথা বলবা লাগছিল না, এই গোটে শুটিংটা স্টার্ট হওয়ার আগে যে কেমন করে নাও you also feel so committed to do something for your land, for the people there. So ওই sense of commitment has এলা বাড়ি গেছে। যত যাওয়া আসাটা কমে গেছে এলা আরো বেশি ইচ্ছা যায় যে আমার কত জিনিস করার আছে, কত জিনিস জানার আছে। সামটাইমস সব সময় ওই ডেপথত কাম করা না যায় তো
still we try.
Absolutely.
Still we try our best. Staying away from our hometown, we try our best that যতটুকু করা যায় চেষ্টা করি আর কি। ইনফ্যাক্ট
তখন কিটা বাড়ি যায় কমিটমেন্ট। when you stay away from your land, the commitment towards your land or the love towards your land grows. Even for the NRIs যদি দেখিস না যেগুলা বাইরে থেকে, they feel more strong connect to the land.
They feel more proud about it.
Absolutely.
बेसिकली यही बात है कि घर की मुर्गी डाल बराबर
एकदम the sense of home টা তখন বাড়ি যায় ঠিক
ওটাই কথা। So there is a question I want to ask you that what is or what was your best memory from Dhubri or Gauripur?
Oh, there are so many. Every day in Gauripur was delightful and a memory in itself. কারণ কি মই গৌরীপুরত থাকতে মোর ম্যাক্সিমাম টাইম আই থিঙ্ক আর একটা আমি কথা এটা কবা চাই যে আজকে মই যিয়ে নাহং মোর আপব্রিঙিং বা মোক নার্চার করাত মুই ভাবুং যে মোর সবার থেকে বেশি কন্ট্রিবিউশন হল মোর আবুর। মুই ম্যাক্সিমাম টাইম আমি আবুর লগতে স্পেন্ড করছিলাম যখন গৌরীপুরত থাকছিলাম। তো এভরি স্টোরি দ্যাট শি ইউজ টু টেল, এভরি লেসন বা আবুর যেটা উইজডম না, সো ওই জিনিসটা আমি সবসময় চেরিশ করি। অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক ইন মাই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং অফ দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড প্রেজেন্ট টাইম মতো যদি আমি দেখুন, আমি যখন লুক ব্যাক করুন না তখন আর এই কথাটা তো মোক আবু তখনই কইছিল। সো সাম অফ দ্য রিয়েলাইজেশন দ্যাট আই এম গেটিং নাও ইজ অলসো রিফ্লেকশন অফ হোয়াট আবু ইউজ টু tell us or teach us at that point of time. So yeah, মোর বহুত অনেক আর তার লগতেও কি হল আমার ঘরত আমি কয়েকজন দাদা কাম করছিল। সো উমা আমার জন্য মানে দাদার মতনে আছিল উমার লগত ওই তোর ধর কি কয় তোর মাটিয়া বাগত যায় কখনো ঘুমোয়া তারপরে ধর কখনো কখনো তোর এই যে কি কয় আমার কি আছিল জায়গাটার নাম আষাঢ়িকান্তির দিগত যাওয়া বা কখনো কখনো তোর ওই পদুম পদুম ফুল খুব ফুলে যে জায়গাটার নাম কি আছিল
কোন জায়গাটা গরিপুরে
একদম ভুলি গেলুম রে সো অমন ধরনের যেগুলা মেমোরিজ ইউনো ওয়াচিং দ্য সান গো ডাউন সো ওই অমন ধরনের অ্যাক্টিভিটিসগুলোর খুব প্রফাউন্ড মানে ইমপ্রেশন আছে আমার জীবনত নট জাস্ট
চাইল্ডহুড যেটা পারছি
অ্যাবসলিউটলি নট জাস্ট মোর বা আমার ধর ফ্যামিলির যায় না হোক আমার দিদি এলা কয়েকজন দিদি ব্যাঙ্গালোরত থাকে বা আমার কয়েকজন দাদা ইঠে থাকে সো সবার মনত মানে ওই জিনিসগুলো খুব প্রফাউন্ড মেমোরিজ আছে অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক দ্যাট হ্যাজ রিয়েলি হেল্পড আস ইন বিং who we are now.
So, I mean, the basic education you get from your home and
Absolutely.
your environment is very important. So, I mean, I'll try to put down a question. I mean, so, I mean, basically what we see in Dhubri that people, I mean, there are various cultures. So, people from different religion, they are from Dhubri. I mean, they stay in Dhubri. So, the kind of, I mean, the vibe we get, the kind of, I mean, vibe we get, I mean, from Durga Puja, from Eid, from Sikh Mela, from Guru Nanak Divas. It's very, it kept us united. Till now, मैं गुवाहाटीতে আছো, I miss Dhubri Sikh Mela miss হয়ে যাবে। এই বছর দেখবার পাবেন না, পূজা মিস হয়ে যাবে, ঈদ মিস হয়ে যাবে, কিবা একটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে যদি যাবেন না। So, I mean, what do you think about it?
অ্যাবসলিউটলি যেটা তুই কথা হলো না একদিকে তো ধর তেগ বাহাদুরের গুরুদ্বারা আছে একটু আগে আসলেও তো তুই দেখলেও পাঁচ পীরের দরগা আছে সো দ্য সেন্স অফ ওয়াননেস দ্যাট ধুবরি টক্স অ্যাবাউট নো ইজ সামথিং টু রিয়েলি ইন্সপায়ার অ্যাবাউট আর তার লগতে হিস্টোরিক্যালি যদি দেখা যায় না ধুবরি ওই এরিয়াটা ধর তোর অনেক জনজাতির মানুষও আছে রাভা মানুষও অনেক আছে বড়ো মানুষও আছে রাজবংশী মানুষ আছে যদি অল্প ওই দিকত আগবাড়ি যাস তুই টুয়ার্ডস কুচবিহারের দিকেও যদি যাইস ছত্রশাল আছে সো আই মিন ইট হ্যাজ সিন অল দ্য গ্রেট স্টলার্স অফ তোর যদি ভক্তি মুভমেন্ট না শঙ্করদেব আলটিমেটলি যায় কিন্তু ওই নরনারায়ণের আন্ডারতে রেকগনিশনটা পাইল সো ওই সব জিনিসগুলা অ্যাকচুয়ালি মানে যদি দেখা যায় ধুবরি যেটা মানে ওরা বা যেটা বিলিফ অফ ওয়াননেস তার মানে অনেক আগের থেকেই তার মানে নার্চার করে আসি আছে সো আই রিয়েলি হোপ অ্যান্ড আই প্রে যে এই জিনিসটা যেন এমন করে কন্টিনিউ হয়ে থাকো কারণ কি দ্য ওয়ে থিংস আর পোলারাইজ দিস ডেজ আই ফিল দ্যাট এই সেন্স অফ ইউনিটি অ্যান্ড ওয়াননেসটা যাতে থাকুক
সো দ্যাট ইজ দ্য থিং আই মিন as a team, we are working in Dhubri bus. I mean, we have a team in Dhubri bus. So we differ in political views, we differ in religion, we differ in caste. But that vibe we get from each other, that that bond we share as a team. So that is very different. So I am uploading something that is might be a different news. Someone is doing something. I mean, personally. But what we do, I mean, as a team, we do it completely unbiased. And as a team, we work like, I mean, we don't. I never felt that different. Personally, I was born in, I mean, Dhubri. I was born and brought up in Dhubri. I did my schooling, my college life there. So I never felt that, mane, a Hindu, a Muslim. So that is the thing that কখনো হয় নাই আর কি Dhubri. So তুই তো ছোটতে বেড়ে এসেছিস থেকে থাকলে হয়তো বেশি ফিল হইল so that thing still prevails in our town. So that is the best thing about Dhubri, I guess.
And remember, if I can share this, I mean, even during what happened during the Babri Masjid Dargah in Dangano, so the people who actually helped us during that point of time were our Muslim brothers. So I feel very strong about the kind of bond that we share in Dhubri, and I really pray and hope it continues.
Yeah, we hope মানে এটাতে থাকি যায়
yeah, because যেমন করে আজকাল কতগুলা জিনিস পুশ করা হবার লাগছে না not just in Assam but across India and world, sometimes you tend to fear কি জিনিসটা कहीं गायब হয়ে না যায়, but still we have to be optimistic and hope we have people like you who are carrying the flag of unity and oneness.
We hope that it stays with us. Absolutely. As a Dhubrian, we always hope that. So, I mean, coming to the next topic. So, the topic is very fascinating for me personally, and I hope for everyone. So, the topic is Amish. So, firstly, I want to ask you, I mean, did you go for Amish or Amish came to you?
I think Amish came to me, I guess. It's not that I'm trying to exaggerate anything, but acting was never in my bucket list, nor it was in my plan. So it just happened, it just came in. But yes, definitely I have been a film enthusiast from a very young age. My father has always used to, share about the stalwarts of Indian cinema, especially the new Indian cinema like Satyajit Ray, Primal Roy, Ritik Ghatak, he also used to, make us understand and know cinema from say Kurosawa to Tarkovsky. So the cinema culture has always been there. The environment to discuss and nurture the habit of watching good films has always been there in the family. কিন্তু সেই বলি যে অ্যাক্টিং করিম কখনো এটা ভাবুং নাই. Definitely, I took mass comm with this sole reason to be a filmmaker someday. And mass comm করার পরে মুই তোর I did a fellowship on wildlife filmmaking and community-based filmmaking from Green Hub. It's an initiative based out of Tejpur, and our mentor who Rita Banerjee ma'am. So basically the idea was to be a filmmaker, and I was in Gurgaon when Amish came to
you. Okay.
So yeah, I was doing a documentary film. I was assisting a film called India's Healing Forest.
You were directing the film?
No, I was assisting. I was the assistant director, and I was also taking care of the sound. So it was directed by Nitin Das sir, an amazing filmmaker and philanthropist, I would say, who believe in the idea of how forests can help us heal, and at the same time we can also heal forest. So the idea is of healing forest. So ওই আইডিয়াটা নিয়ে একটা তোর ডকুমেন্টারি করা হয়েছিল, India's Healing Forest, taking some inspiring stories where people have actually have taken the help of nature in various healing initiatives. So এটা করি আসলাম. I was having a great time. We went for a shoot to Himachal, and in the mountains. We were shooting and having a amazing let-go time, and then suddenly you get this call ki there's a film that's going to happen. Will you be interested to do it? So this is how Bhaskar talks.
Bhaskar Zari.
Yeah, so he's got a baritone.
Okay.
Just trying to imitate him.
Yeah.
But so this is how the film came. But like I said, since we have this culture from a very young age, to respect the form of filmmaking and film. So I just told him that, ki dada, I am a big fan of your work. I loved Kotha Nadi.
Yeah. Kotha Nadi, it was like, I have no words for it.
Absolutely.
It's not scary, but it can give you, it can give you nightmares.
It can give you chills, and that's the best part about Bhaskar. He plays with your mind. He doesn't shows directly the things, but the kind of trigger that his whole imagery and sound and storytelling is, that it will prick you in the right point. So yes, so I told him that I'm a big fan of your work. It's indeed a matter of great honor for me that you're offering me a role, but being a film student, being a film enthusiast and a film lover, I feel that it would be really not right on my part to say yes to something but I can't do justice. So he said, "Kina, please, we really have very less time," because when they contact me, it was in the month of January, and the shoot was supposed to start from February
2019.
2018.
So the shoot started
18, yeah.
before, 1 year before the release.
Yeah.
So it was released on 22nd November 2019, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said कि यार कोई उपाय नहीं है, please see if you can do something. Then I also told him, sir, I'm already in a commitment to do this documentary. So I think keeping all this thing in mind, I think it won't be right to me getting into the thing. So I also asked my mentor Nitin Das sir कि sir कि क्या करना सही होगा, क्योंकि आपके साथ. So we had one phase of shooting left for the documentary. We were supposed to go to Madhya Pradesh to shoot a fruit forest. A person who has developed a fruit forest in Madhya Pradesh. I was really excited to be a part of that shoot also. So I told sir कि sir क्या करें. Sir बोले कि अगर देख क्या तू रहने से तो अच्छा ही है, because or else मुझे अकेला ही जाना पड़ेगा. दो जन रहेंगे तो it becomes easier to shoot. But still from the Amish thing they kept on insisting me and persisting me. So they also talked to my mentor. So my mentor said, देख क्या रे तेरा choice है, I won't pressurize you at any point. If you feel that this is your calling, at some point of time you want to do and explore this habitat, new habitat, then you can do it. Let me think, sir. So then he sent, Bhaskara sent me the script. Then I started reading it and I found it was really intriguing.
Yeah.
And interestingly, while I was reading the first 3-4 pages, I was having images of some of my very favorite films. Maybe they don't have any connection to the idea of the film, but my perception to the script and the story was something that I could connect to those films and those images. So there was this love for the script, that was growing within while I was reading it. So I told him that this is an amazing script, and I think you should still give it a thought whether you really want me to do it or not. Then he said we'll be having a workshop under Seema Biswas ma'am, the Seema Biswas ma'am. Yeah, and Daulat Vaid sir. So why don't you do the workshop? At least give it a try. But when I heard, Seema Biswas ma'am, being a fan of her, I said कि चलो यार, this is something at least workshop तो कर लेते हैं, no? बाकी film होता है नहीं होता है वो तो भास्कर दा के ऊपर depend है. If he feels कि I am worthy enough to do it, then he will take the call. So yeah, so this is how it happened. So Seema Biswas ma'am was also in Delhi at that point of time. So Bhaskar da told me कि madam भी वहाँ पे है, why don't you just go and meet her once? So I went to meet her, and then she took some of my pictures. I didn't understand why she's taking my pictures, but meeting her was a beautiful experience, and I think that's the first vibe that I got for the film, and that's how the whole film happened. There's so many things to talk.
Yeah, we can talk.
Talk. I think for this answer or for this question,
yeah,
I can summarize it up to here.
It's okay. You can talk. We won't cut it. So the thing is that, Amish came to you and you completely justified the character. So, how do you think that Amish changed your life, or did it affect you? Affect your life, your personal life, or maybe your image or something? Because you have been in a lead role, right? So after Amish, did it change your life?
Interestingly, while I was coming for this meeting, I was just thinking this question. Interestingly, I believe in universe, and I think
I want to clear this. This is not scripted, okay?
So I think some things are manifested, and universe does that. So I was thinking this question, that what has Amish done to me? Definitely, it has its pros and cons that has happened because of Amish in my life. But one profound thing that I felt, and that I was also thinking while I was coming, is that with greater power comes greater responsibility, right? So I think Amish has definitely given me a sort of maybe a recognition in the sense that at least people at least at some level take you seriously, you know. Maybe earlier, maybe they wouldn't have thought something, me saying something may not have mattered to them that much, what it may have some impact now. So I think having said that, the kind of, so this little bit of power that you got out of the little recognition that you had from Amit, no? I feel that that gives me more reason to be more responsible towards my society and also towards the environment I'm living in. You know? So now, if I know that there's a good people, if there's a good person who's doing something good, and I know if I connect this person to this another person who's living there, and that can result into something amazing for the society and the environment, then I think I should do that. So that's
I think everyone should do that.
Yeah.
Whoever has.
So that is the kind of realization, I would say realization, that I had after hours.
So my next question. So I was kind of prepared with a lot of questions. So I'm blank now. So
That's okay.
I mean, how was your experience working with Bhaskar Hazarika?
Oh, that's a beautiful experience. He's such a charming person, and he's a person who's so clear about what he wants and what he's doing. So that sense of clarity is something to admire about. And the way he communicates with his characters and with his team is really amazing. There's a sense of honesty, there's a sense of naivety, I would say, and there's a sense of respect that he shares for his teammates. Even the person who is doing lights, or even the person who is giving you tea, is also very, very respectful and towards everyone in the team, and that's so very admiring. And he's a very, unique way of working. Like for him, music plays a very important role in his way of, or in his process of writing or to tell stories. So even for me, he found out a very interesting way. So there are some scenes where maybe from a normal point of view I was having difficulty to understand. Maybe a scene, I was the kind of expression that he wanted out of me. So what he did is, like, he knew that I have my interest for music and I have my own connection with music. So what he used to do is, like, say there's a scene where I had to dream something. So he used to tell me that for that scene, you listen to this track, and whatever emotions you get out of, is that what I want. I don't want anything exaggeration. कि बोले रोना है तो एकदम ऐसे ही रोना है, मतलब वो सब नहीं चाहिए. You listen to this track. Maybe he used to give me a track by Sex, Cigarette After Sex. You listen to this track, and whatever emotion comes out of you, just give me that. Nothing more, nothing less. So through music we used to connect. So he has his own interesting way of storytelling and also communicating. So that's a very, very beautiful thing that I had while working with him.
So now we're done with Bhaskar sir. So I would like to ask you about Lima ma'am. So I admire her. She's so beautiful. I can't define her beauty. I when I saw Amis for the first time, I was just looking at her. I saw the trailer. Where have you been? After Amis, she has been my crush.
Absolutely, she should be.
Yeah, she has been my crush. And I know, some of my friends, when they saw Amis, they are like, Lima Dasi, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. How was your experience working with her?
Interestingly, I don't know if I should say this or not.
Yeah, sure.
But before the start of the shoot, Bhaskar told me that everybody is having a crush on our lead actress.
He stated it.
The whole crew is having a crush on her.
Yeah.
So be careful. There's a lot of competition.
So he told you that there's a lot of competition. Yeah.
But having said that, I must say that she's a beautiful soul. Apart from the beauty that she is, I think she's a beautiful soul, and even for me, you know, the whole process of acting, or to say to be in the character, or to tell the story of Sumon, became easy because I had someone like Lima the Pa as in Mali. You know, I still remember that at one point while workshop, you know, so we were taught so many things. There were this whole idea of Navarasas and how you embodied all those rasas in you. So I was having a difficulty in understanding those rasas, because to be really honest, the kind of life I was living in, you know, there were certain emotions that I was just what to say, I was really detached, for that matter, love, or to say too much of anger. These are some of the emotions that I was detached at that point of time. But while you were doing the workshop, you were told you have to be extremely angry. So I was pushed to my limits.
To be angry.
Yeah, and to be in love. And Seema ma'am tried everything. You know, I remember there was to get the emotion of anger, she just tied me up so that I became angry. Then what happened? So she asked everyone to start abusing me in whatever language possible. Then there was one point when almost they started physical abusing me, so that I became angry. But somehow I was not getting that anger coming out. So she was totally pissed off. अब क्या हो रहा है इसको?
तुम गुस्सा क्यों नहीं हो रहे हो?
What's wrong with you? So I was also thinking, like, वो क्या रहा है मेरा? I'm not being able to, you know, express my anger. So in that point of time, so that day, so she pushed me like anything, and physically also. Then she made me do one exercise where I was supposed to dig the land, and she just so the task was to dig. And when I was extremely tired, there's this glass window, and I have to call everyone that I'm tired, give me water. But she made everyone a point that no one will even look at him.
They will ignore you.
They will ignore me simply. So I was totally exhausted while doing it. And so that day I was extremely exhausted. So that day Limapa took me to again, interestingly, a place to have momos.
Okay.
And then she told me that don't worry, just take it calm. Everything will be fine. You will do great. You just have to let go at some point of time. So I think I owe so much for, you know, her being so kind, and, you know, someone being in the film, coming to you and helping you understand your character. And I also would like to say that every crew member were very, very supportive, whether the assistant director or the gaffer, the editor, Nitali Ba, who played the role of Jumi, Ilyas Da, Sagar Da, so everyone. So it was a beautiful family, first of all, to be a part of, and yeah, I'm so very thankful, man. I mean, again, one of the takeaway from Amis is definitely the family.
Yeah.
That we, you know.
You still stay that.
Yeah, we still are in touch. And every time Paskoda comes to Guwahati, we always make sure that we have a get together. Yeah. And yes, since we are talking about Limaba, I would also like to request all the viewers that there will be a short film coming on 16th called Arranged, directed by Samujjal Kashyap. Again, a beautiful director, amazing director. And where Limaba and Rajiv Lalda. Rajiv Da is a beautiful actor. So they have acted in it, and I'm sure that everyone will like it.
Sure. I mean, it's very, fascinating to see Lima ma'am work and act. I hope everyone will like it.
Yeah.
So,
and she's also a beautiful Khotya dancer.
Yeah.
She's also a dentist.
Yeah, she's also a dentist. Yeah. I mean, she manages many things at a time.
Absolutely. And she's a beautiful mother.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful wife.
See how we shifted from Arghadeep to Lima. This is how impactful she is.
Yeah. I mean, I love going to their place. I mean, in fact, Ayan, their child, he's also a beautiful soul, and it is always fun being with them. And interestingly, Kalingji, her husband, is an amazing sculptor.
Yeah, I have seen his work. He is amazing. I saw it on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it is really amazing.
Yeah, he's an inspiration. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I mean, after you got angry. So what about love? How did it came?
Love. So in the film?
Yeah, in the film.
What?
I mean, how did you work to be in love, or from that workshop you were talking about?
Yeah, I was having difficulty, but then again, when you have someone like Lima Ba,
you feel love.
Yeah, you feel love.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, what I've got from you that Lima Ba helped you in many ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get angry, to be in love.
Yeah.
She helped you in to act maybe. I mean, how to
absolutely.
act. I mean, this was your first movie, right? So
Yeah.
before that, you did something regarding acting, related to acting.
No, nothing. I was just so before that I just did a music video called Ki Bedonate, which was also like a short film by Kadambari Kashyap, a very dear friend, for a song called Ki Bedonate by Pankuraj Kaur. He's an amazing friend and is an amazing composer, singer, lyricist. So it was an honor for me to be a part of the project, and that song actually, I think, made universe think that I might do the film.
So after that song, did Bhaskar Zarika approach you?
Yeah, so what happened is that they were searching for the guy for a long time. In fact, they were quite sure about Lima Ba from the very beginning. When they
we
started.
heard that. I mean, the script was written. I mean, imagining Lima Ba. I mean, Lima
to
Man.
a large extent, yeah.
So
they couldn't find the actor till the last month before the shoot. So suddenly, or you say, universe had its own, game. The assistant director, the casting director, and Bhaskar Da, all three of them watched the same video. It's not that they were staying in the same place, but even in their own space, they saw the video and they just contact each other. Ki, there's this guy. Do you think he's suitable for the character? So, Kadambari, Ki Bedonate, Pankuraj.
And then Amis. So I mean, you were in Gurgaon, so before Amis. So then you came back to Guwahati for the shooting. So I mean, how long did the shooting last, Amis?
So it was almost a kind of, I think, 36 days shoot. And there were Holi, and there was a strike also, I think.
During the shoot?
I mean, yeah, there was some strike for the staff across the industry. So taking all those things, I think it went for around 30 to 36 days, I think.
30 days, okay. So I mean, আরেকটা কথা just off the record cover gele, maybe we could record it also. So Amish has been compared with The Realm of Senses recently by Film Companion. So what do you think about it?
Have you seen the film Realm of Senses? So what do you think?
So I think that it's quite justified.
I mean,
coming something from Film Companion is a very big thing. This is beautiful. Yeah. So we are talking to Arghadeep Barua, and if you are not eating something, if you are not having something, so it would be like.
So you keep talking. Yeah. By the time I keep taking photos.
Yeah, sure.
That will make this more candid.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing.
Yeah. Beautiful. So taste it.
Realm of Senses.
Realm of Senses, yes.
The kind of narrative some extent, yes. But I still feel that in Amish it's more subtler. Even the killing and all those parts.
It doesn't feel so violent.
Yeah, that gory thing is no, it's not there. I would rather say that I feel more kind of similarities with In the Mood for Love.
In the Mood for Love.
You know, because the kind of color or the kind of frame and the kind of music with which that film also, you know, dwells the story. You know? I feel, but then again, it differs from person to person.
So, In the Mood of Love is like completely different thing. It's, I mean, the Amish and In the Mood of Love, I mean, from cinematography aspect, or from the storytelling style.
Storytelling also, in some way, you can see that the kind of relationship that she shares with her husband, you know, and also the kind of
relationship that the guy shares with his wife.
Yeah, so that sort of thing is also there in others. But as a whole, I think both had its own narratives.
What do you think about platonic love?
I searched about it in the film. Platonic love. But yeah, I think that is something on a personal level even I believe in. So that's the reason why, you know, I told you, no.
Yeah.
In the workshop I couldn't relate to because I mean, the stereotypically how we have been defining love is something maybe I don't connect to. Like prem hole je ekdam mane you have to be a boy and there has to be a girl, ekdam.
Not the cliche type, you can say.
I mean, love is a beautiful energy. It's up to you how you express it. I mean, and platonic love is something that I somehow feel very connected to in many ways. And yeah, and there's something very divine about it also, which maybe at some point of time I have also enjoyed in my life.
So have it. Thanda ho jabe. No, just start. So recently had an interaction with Shubhra Gupta.
Basic.
So recently you had an interaction with, I mean, Indian Express critic Shubhra Gupta. So I mean, he really appreciated your work in Amish. So what was your experience? I mean, he's a good name in critic. I mean, he claims. I mean, he's good. He's a very good critic. I mean, how was your experience with him, talking to him? What did you learn, or?
Great food here. Cheers. Cheers to Momo Magic Cafe. So yeah.
So you liked it?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Very nice. I mean, you feel always, you're always humble, you know, when someone of that stature, you know, appreciates your work. And I think that also gives you a sense of responsibility and commitment that since people are liking your stuff, appreciating your work, I think that's why next time when you do something, you should be more committed and conscious about what you're doing.
So you'll have to keep in mind that what kind of work
to
you're
some
selecting.
extent, yes. To some extent, yes. But I also at some point of time feel that there will be a point when you also have to, you know, somehow let go some things. Yes.
So
appreciations will come and go.
Yeah.
But if you just get stuck to that zone forever, then you won't be able to do something new.
Yeah. So I have one question. Like when you were offered Amish, when Bhaskar Hazarika sir, like he told you about the script and he offered you Amish. So, amon hoy ki jodi mane maybe someone else would have offered you a different movie with a more simpler story, or I mean like more something stereotype. I mean, would you have been doing it, or I mean, what were your thoughts?
See, one thing that Bhaskar also believes in is that to create something, it is not necessary that it has to be something out of the box. I'm a big fan of Rishikesh Mukherjee and his films.
Yeah.
He used to do, films on normal issues or daily issues, but the kind of conviction that he used to put in used to make it feel that these are real things happening.
Even Satyajit Ray.
Yeah.
So he, he portrays the normal village
so
life.
Basically what Satyajit Ray also speaks about. There is good film and bad film. It's not about that it has to be out of the box or something very crazy to have that sort of thing in people's mind. So I feel that it has to be a good film, and it is always nice if you can do justice with the basic grammar of filmmaking.
So I have a few questions. I'll let you finish your food first, okay?
No, I'm done.
So now I have it.
You also have it?
No, I have
this
it.
spoon is
I'll have it later.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
So when Bhaskar Hazarika sir approached you, so how much excited you were? Were you excited, or whatever I learned, you were kind of, scared, or maybe you were kind of confused that if you could do it. So what was your, what did you exactly feel at that time?
Like I said, initially I was really awestruck by the fact that someone like him, asking me to be a part of his film. But being a film enthusiast, I also felt that I have some responsibility towards the art. And one thing that Seema ma'am also always used to tell us, and even my previous mentors, that you have to be honest
with your work
and to the art you are associated with. So that sense of that sense of maybe honesty told me that I think I'm not yet ready to to film.
Okay. So talking about your band, so your band is named as Bottle Rockets India. So when did you start, and you were the founder? How it started? What was your journey behind the band? Bottle Rockets India.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bottle Rockets India.
So I won't say I'm the founder of it. It's a child of 4 souls initially. Riaz, Neil, Brinal. Then we were joined by Rian, the violin, and now we have Arvind as our keyboardist. So it's a 6-piece band. So once I did my masters, I wanted to get back to music, and then we had a band called Twisted Players. So we used to do shows, and Riaz, our guitarist, he also still has a band called Lady Midday. So most of us had different projects. Drummer Nilonov had a band called Euphonica. So we all are part of different bands. But then we thought, why not let's, since we have, Riaz has been my schoolmate, so why not let's do something together. Even with Neil, we had this idea of doing something together from the college days itself. So that is how Bottle Rockets India happened. And
so it was formed in Guwahati.
Yeah, it's just a 2-year-old band. The present lineup that you see of us is a 2-year-old band. But prior to that also we had a band called Bottle Rockets. Almost same members. I think we just extended the band from there.
So from Bottle Rockets to Amish. So where do
Amish to Bottle Rockets also you can say, because the present lineup that you see happened after Amish.
After Amish.
And I also, after Amish, I realized that the band is so serious now. So I could have gone back to Gurgaon and kept working, with Nitin sir. But then I felt that since the band is so serious now, let's invest some time and energy to the band.
So I have one question. This is from Priyanka from Dhubri. What is the reason behind your long hairs?
There are so many reasons. One reason is that some of my, the আগের কোশ্চেনটার ইন্সপিরেশনস এর কথা জিজ্ঞেস করছিল
মিউজিক ইন্সপিরেশন
so some of my inspirations has always been people like Eddie Vedder, then Sebastian Bach, then so most of these rock artists, so they also have long hair.
So that is the reason.
So I mean, and also I mean, I feel very, what to say, liberated when you are performing, you know, and all these hairs. That's a different kind of feel. That's very spiritual. You know? I mean, it's not just you grow hair just to show.
Yeah.
But there's a kind of connection that you know have with those hair when you are on a stage. I mean, it's very spiritual. For me, the hairs are not just I have to show or I have to
just to
pretend something. But it has got a very spiritual connection to it also.
So, I mean, recently, I want to shift the topic from music to environment because we're having less time. So not recently, I would say, from a very long time, you have been an active environmentalist. You have been working on environmental issues.
I'm just a child of this planet, so I feel that I have some responsibility.
You feel responsible. That I think every one of us should feel responsible to be, you know, take that part in environment to make it a better place to live in.
Absolutely.
So I have one question. What do you want to do for, environment related? I mean, for something for the environment in Dhubri. Do you have any plans for Dhubri or Boripur or anywhere else? I mean, in our locality, Dhubri junne arki.
So like I mentioned in some of the previous questions, so I did my fellowship on wildlife filmmaking and community-based filmmaking. So then one of the things that I wanted to work on was Chakrashila Wildlife Sanctuary. So I have very fond memories of that space and that place, and I must tell you that again, just like music and cinema, there has always been a very so like I've been saying, you know, that whatever I am, whatever you are seeing me, has got a lot to do with how I have been nurtured. You know, so that love for environment, the love for forest has always been there. Baptita, also known as Shomadip Dotto, is the founder members of Nature's Baker. So he has also been a very big inspiration. He's also from Dhubri.
Yeah.
So Baptita has always been a inspiration from a very younger age. We used to call him Buddha Bag. When he used to come to our place, he used to tell stories of tigers, and I still remember him gifting us a checklist of birds in Dhubri. You know, so these are some of the things that actually helped me, you know, nurture, and I still remember. So there's Viren Jetha, Dr. Birendranath Datta. So he's also my Jetha. So I remember going with him to I think Bongaigaon or Bilashipara, and for the first time he gave me to use a binocular to see birds. So from a very young age, you know, that sense of love for environment has been there. And I also remember Minal Kanti Das, Minal Khura,
yeah, he's very popular.
I mean, so one of the finest cinematographers that this land has produced. He was also a gold medalist in FTI.
Yeah, he's still, you know, recognized one of the best, you know, filmmakers.
Yeah, in fact, it was sad that we couldn't have him for a longer period of time because he had some amazing plans. I think he also wanted to make a film on Dihin Patkai, the Borokharando. So yes, so I used to remember when he used to come to our place, he used to take us for all this interesting fishing trips. He used to take us to Matia Bager পিছন দিকে দেখবো তুই যদি হাওয়া মহল আছে না হাওয়া মহলের সাইডে দিয়ে যায় তো একটু জঙ্গলের মতন আছে
হ্যাঁ জঙ্গলের মতন করে যায় কিন্তু এক্স্যাক্টলি জঙ্গলটা মানে পানি শানি হয়
ওই জায়গাটা আগত হাতিগুলা রাখা হয়েছিল ওদিক দিয়ে যায় তোর ওই একটা ওপেন গ্রাউন্ডের মতন পায় না তো কাছতে গদাধর ওইটা পাড়ার আর একটা ভিলেজ গুলো আছে সো ওই পাহাড়টা আগত হাতি ছাতি রাখা হয়েছে সো অমন করিয়ে when Minakura used to come to our place we used to explore all those places with him. I remember তোর কি কয় এই শালমারা যাওয়ার রাস্তা একটা আগতে কি মানে পানি টানি দিলে ওই ফিল্ড আসছিল ফিল্ডটা মানে একদম পানি হয়ে যায় তখন তার মানে কি করে মুই তো অনেক ছোট তুমি তো পানি পার হওয়ার বাংলা তখন মানে মিনালখোরা কি করছিল মানে মুই আমাকে কান্ধত নিয়া ইউজ টু ক্যারি আস
ঘাড়ত চড়ি বসে
সো অমন ধরনের জিনিসগুলা সবসময় আসিল মানে আমার জীবনত আর মাই খুড়া অলসো ইউজ টু বি এ মাউন্টেনিয়ার সো টুয়ার্ডস এনভায়রনমেন্ট অ্যান্ড নেচার একটা লাগাও তো আগের থেকেই আছে প্লাস এলা এই মুহূর্তত কি করবার চাং বা কি করবার পসিবিলিটিস আছে ডেফিনেটলি চক্রশিলায় সামথিং যোনটা একটা কাম করা খুব ইচ্ছা আছে তার লগতে আর যেমন আমরা কথা পাতি আসলাম না মাহুত ঠাকুর জীবন যদি আমরা আরো এক্সপ্লোর করবার পাম বিকজ ইটস এ বিউটিফুল
আর্ট পিপল নাও ইন দিস ডেজ পিপল মানে ভুলি গেছে আমরা যে মানে মাহুত কিবা আছিল আমার একটা ফ্যামিলি আছে
অ্যাবসলিউটলি আর যদি দেখিস গরিপুর থরিপুরের সাইডত না তো এলা অনেক ওয়েটল্যান্ড আছে and wetland কি হয় তোর অনেক বার্ডস আসে মাইগ্রেটরি বার্ডসও আছে বাট বেসিক্যালি ওয়েটল্যান্ডস আর এ ঘাটি অফ বার্ডস অ্যান্ড ফিশেস অলসো অনেক ধরনের মাছ এমন আছে যেগুলো আমরা জানুম না ছোট ছোট মাছ সো উগলাক নিয়ে আমরা কাম করবার পান স্পেসিফিক্যালি আমি মনে হয় এলা অব্দি রেডি হম না অমন কাম করবার পারার করি কিন্তু লাইক আই সেড নো তখন আমরা যখন অফ রেকর্ড কথা বলতে আসলাম যে কেমন করি উই ক্যান কানেক্ট আজকে এলা যে ধর অল্প স্বল্প যদি কোনবা মানুষ মোক চিনি পায় বা মুই যদি কাউকে চিনি পাই সব so how can I connect those person with some who is willing to work in those wetlands maybe
so sure
so connect করার চেষ্টাটা পুরো
team Dhubri bus is with you always with you
thank you
whenever you need us just drop me a call कि अरमान ये करना है वो करना है
absolutely
so we're always with you so I mean it's been some time so we'll just wrap up with a few rapid questions
sure so
you have food
হ্যাঁ আমি আর একটাই খাই মার আমি তো অনেক খাই আসছিল
আরে খা কিছু নাই
আচ্ছা পুষ
so খায়া আছেন হ্যাঁ so খায়া আছে so what is the weirdest thing that you have ever tasted weirdest thing you have ever tasted
the weirdest বহুত খাইছে আমার জীবনে but some of the thing that I really cherished having was we do visit this space and apart from trying amazing food I'm sure you will find some amazing souls around to talk to because in today's world you also need someone to have conversation with and this is the space don't you think yeah so I won't call it weirdest because there is a dialogue in the film Amiz that there is no universal definition of normal তোর জন্য কিবা একটা জিনিস নর্মাল হবার ব্যাড ওই জিনিসটা মোর জন্য অ্যাবনর্মাল হবে আর মোর জন্য অ্যাবনর্মাল হওয়া জিনিসটা তোর জন্য নর্মাল হয় so weird বলি না কম but recently I tried grasshoppers with Maggie
I saw that in
so it was amazing I mean I'm a big fan of chingri mas but when I tried grasshoppers I find it
grasshoppers seriously
that's amazing I mean you must try it beautiful I mean
how do you eat it like I mean you cook that thing did you cook it or someone else did
so I was in Nagaland so I was for the screening of Amiz from
Kohima India Film Festival
so while coming back the person who was driving he took me again a very humble person very sweet soul he took me to his place he said we still have some time for the train so why don't you wait and have some food with us so
you tried grasshoppers with Maggie
it was beautiful
I hope we'll try someday
it's very crunchy and
it's crunchy
but when you crunch it the juice comes out it's an amazing feeling you have to relish your food you have to
So, I mean, among all these weirdest things, I would say that weird. So, of course, it is kind of normal for you. So, what is that, particular food that you think that you never thought that you will have it, but you had it? it was kind of unexpected.
Unexpected. I don't know, man. I think I tried mithun, but I enjoyed it. It was nice. Mithun chutney, it was beautiful.
So yeah.
Having said that, I would also like to tell that we have to be very conscious about what we are eating. You know, from where it is coming. Knowing the source is very important, and how our consumption is going to contribute, you know, in the carbon footprint and also in the greater environmental consciousness. You know, we have to be very conscious about what we are eating, and we also have to be very respectful. If you are eating rice and you're just eating it just because you have to eat it, I think there's no point in it. You have to be respectful towards it. Then it will also give you a sense that who are the people who are behind, you know, those rice.
The farmers.
Yeah, absolutely. Recently we had the farmers bill being passed.
Yeah.
So when you will start respecting that food, now then you will realize what the farmers go through and all this stuff. So if you stretch it, then it will go along. But yes, you have to be a conscious eater. Whatever you eat consciously.
We should know. I mean, what do you mean that we should at least think about where this is coming from? What is the source behind it? Who are working behind it?
Absolutely.
We should respect that. Yeah, that's a very nice thing. So, I mean, slowly we are wrapping this up. So, I mean, do you want to pursue, I mean, as a full-time actor or a full-time musician?
So coming to that question, I also feel that something that I realized during this lockdown is that there's no point in leveling ourselves. We have this tendency being humans, level करना कि ये एक actor है, ये एक artist है, ये एक chef है, ये एक politician है. I think there's no point in leveling. You know, every time universe and the world will give you an opportunity to experience or to, what to say, do some roles in life. So we have to be committed for that, and whatever role will come to me, I will just keep doing it. Maybe lately I felt that I had this need to, you know, spread the idea of environment, making people more conscious about their forest and ecosystem. But I don't consider myself to be an activist or environment.
You just do it because you like it. You feel that you. I mean,
so at that point of time, my role is to do that.
Yeah.
I got this opportunity. The universe has given me this role that तुझे ये करना है. You have got some power. You have got some responsibility. Use it for this.
That is. I mean, that's a very.
So that is how I see myself.
Yeah. So I mean, so we are coming to an end of our talk session.
Okay.
So it's very beautiful. I mean, I had a really nice time sitting beside Arghadeep Barua. It's a very big deal. So we are honored to have you. We are honored to have you. So I have something for him. So please bring a gift.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I mean, it's so iconic, you know, to have the Hatima Dol as a token of love, I would say.
Yeah, this love from Team Dhubri Bus and all of Dhubri.
Thank you. I mean,
so I would like, I would like that you explain the story behind Hatima Dol to our viewers.
So I think this doll also, I mean, this is so iconic about Gauripur and Dhubri, especially Ashari Kandi,
terracotta.
Yeah. So this doll also shows that how closely we are associated with nature and environment. Because Hatima Dol comes from the word Hati. So this is basically an elephant mother and her child, which was designed by a princess, one of the princes, if I'm not wrong, who came up with this idea of, you know,
the mahouts that, you know, they go to somewhere relating to, riding the elephants and they have their family there.
It's so like that song of Hostir Konna, Bamunero Nari.
So, I mean,
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I must tell you that you guys should explore this, their team, the whole Ashari Kandi, you know.
Yeah, we are planning on that.
It's a beautiful place to explore.
Yeah, we are planning on that. We have some bigger plans for Ashari Kandi. So
and I've heard that they're also trying to, you know, come up with new designs.
Yeah, new
and,
designs and some stores. I mean, they're also providing it online. They're delivering it online.
Great, that's great.
There's some good initiatives. Evolving.
Great,
Everything is evolving. So, lastly, I have a question for you. So, what I saw you for the first time in Amish, so as a meat lover. So, I have a question like, you still love meat, right? That's how you are.
To be
you
really
love meat.
honest,
Yeah.
I have been into a veg diet for a while now.
Veg diet for a while.
Yeah, but because of the love that I received, so I enjoyed this food today.
Yeah.
But it's been almost a month that I have been into veg diet.
Okay.
A decision that I have taken consciously.
Consciously regarding meat or just only meat, that you don't want to eat meat, or
So I have felt that I don't know. I had this sudden.
Don't tell me you are turning into a complete vegetarian.
I don't know. It will be. I mean, it will depend upon my will and intent. So
Okay.
at this point of time, really enjoying my. Like I said, no,
Yeah.
I keep enjoying my moments and
Yeah.
my time. So at this point of time, I'm really enjoying being veg and this whole idea, and it's also keeping me calm.
You should watch Amish before this. Okay, you should watch Amish. I'll put a notification in a. You should watch Amish before this. So I guess we'll just wrap it up.
Sure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
Yeah.
And it was a
It was my
pleasure to be
pleasure.
in this amazing space. I could feel a mini Gauripur Dhubri
Yeah.
sort of environment.
thing, yeah.
It's just like that, you know.
This is our hub. Whenever we miss home, we come here. Okay, we have
Absolutely. No,
something.
I've also found a new hub.
Yeah,
to
sure.
be,
You are always welcome here. You come us, you drop us a text that I am going to Momo Magic Cafe. We'll just gather and we'll have some good talk, some music.
So our bandmate and all my friends are great foodies.
Okay.
So I'll definitely bring them here next time.
Sure,
We plan to have a get together.
Yeah, we'll do a get together kind of a Dhubri thing, Dhubri Gauripur thing. So I want that you give the conclusion to our viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, conclude the video, and we'll just wrap it up here. Okay.
So I would say that keep doing what you love, you know, and no matter what your parents think about what you are doing or not, if you think that what you are doing is right and you love it, then just do it. Don't think much about it, because there's no point in, you know, failing in doing something that you don't love. You know, do something, you may fail, but do it with all your love and conviction. Thank you.
So thank you everyone. Goodbye.